In the final third, and the cross comes in, and they'll score through Eze, and Crystal Palace tap the ball into the net, and City think it should be offside. Palace is celebrating. Eze's tapped it in. The Premier League this season, as the ball is in from Richards. Richards just levered himself into position, headed it into the back of the net, and De Bruyne runs up and hits it in. City 1, Crystal Palace 2. De Bruyne puts the Blues back in the game, and although there was a massive wall in front of Henderson, he was wrong-footed, which suggests there might have been a nick on the way through.
Yeah, I think it went through the wall, but it was a clip.
Kovacic into the gap for McAtee. McAtee tries to get round the outside. Little dab to the far. De Bruyne's cushion. Gundogan misses it. Marmoush! City 2, Crystal Palace 2. What a game of football! I mentioned that not that. And the ball goes into the box, and O'Reilly goes in there, and he plays it across, and De Bruyne helps it on, and Kovacic hits it in, and City lead by 3 goals to 2. What a turnaround! What a start to the second half! Matteo. Ederson's long ball to McAtee. McAtee's on the end of it, and he's got round Henderson, and McAtee round the outside. A 4-2 City. Ederson with another assist, and McAtee has just taken part in the most sensational celebration. Like a gymnast, he spun in midair.
Ali, incredibly, City push up to the...
Nico on to McAtee on the right hand side. Into the box goes McAtee. Little clip over the top, up towards Gundogan. Hit by O'Reilly. City 5, Crystal Palace 2. Nico O'Reilly with a side-foot volley. And if there was any lingering doubt, that has gone. The Blues have the points.
You would say of their summer recruits. Bellingham into Rodrigo. Potential here. More than that. There's the breakthrough. A fair amount of joy from corners recently. There's quite a lot going on in there. Courtois has to shovel it away, but O'Reilly puts it in. His first visit to the Bernabeu is capped with a goal. Fully in City's favour. And he's up to the challenge. Erling Haaland completes the turnaround.
For Rodri, and he's given away, and Spurs will score. Well, it's what City do. They play out from the back. They play it to players who are under pressure. By Rodri, it's still danger. Parried away, and Spurs lead by 2 goals to 0. Emerson Royale on the follow-up has headed it into the back of the City net. 2 goals, 3 minutes. Outside it goes to Mahrez. Mahrez in the penalty area. The cross isn't a bad one. Gundogan is blocked. Grealish is blocked, and then it's turned in. Alvarez, City back in the game. It's the 6th minute of the second half, and it is City 1. Spurs the final third, lays it out wide. Mahrez joins in on the right wing. Mahrez comes in field, plays it to Rodri. Rodri scoops it forward. Mahrez, Haaland! Can you believe it? 2-0 down at half-time. It's 2-2.
Fantastic. What a great energy now around the stadium. And it's quick, they've moved the ball quick, kept it alive.
Rodri plays it out wide to Mahrez. Mahrez won't get it, he will get to it. He's got the better of Perisic. Into the area goes Mahrez and scores! Riyad Mahrez, City 3, Spurs 2. What a comeback!
Brilliant. I think it's...
Ederson's gone long, Mahrez is onto it, Mahrez! 4-2! An assist for Ederson, a second goal for Mahrez, and Spurs are beaten!
Fantastic, we've gone for it. Ederson's been embraced by...
Rather anxiously towards Sula. Flipped across by Özcan. And it's headed in by Bellingham. Borussia Dortmund's belief pays off. They've come at Manchester City this half.
But again, you can't say it hasn't been coming.
Stones. It's a real crack. Oh, he's magnificent. That has flown in from the boot of John Stones. Manchester City needed a miracle. They've just got one.
What a strike that is.
It's just desperation defending now, and they're not getting it away. Cancelo. Haaland! He's done it! One chance, one goal.
Good initial head away, that's good distance.
Push for the cheeks, he runs in, he hits it, and it's gone in! Szoboszlai has just put Liverpool in front, and Arsenal supporters are cheering as loudly as those in the Kop. And right wing position, Nunes. Now Rodri. Now Cherki. Deflection, Haaland nudges it on and it's in! Bernardo Silva on the stretch! Haaland glanced it on! Bernardo Silva slid underneath Alisson! And City are back in the game! As long as VAR... Haaland, what are you made of? Sugar and spice and everything nice! City 2, Liverpool 1! A turnaround that says to Arsenal, you think you've won this Premier League title? Area now, hits in a cross, it's a great cross and it's in, prodded in on the line. Bournemouth are in front, City undone by Evan Nielsen. And he scampers down the middle, O'Reilly keeps on coming, lovely ball, Haaland, City 1, Bournemouth 1. O'Reilly's not been on the field very long, he tees up Erling Haaland. We said those chances, when he gets the next one he'll snaffle it, he does, 1-1.
That's a brilliant team goal, well worked.
City have got it with Foden. On it goes to Gundogan in central midfield. Gundogan tried to find O'Reilly. He got to it. O'Reilly, lovely ball. Marmoush just on. 2-1 City. O'Reilly's another assist. Marmoush with his first touch of the game. And City, having trail, turn the match around. Bournemouth 1, City 2. Nico O'Reilly with... Out to float in a right-footed ball and City haven't got it away and Palace have scored. Well, there are claims that it was put in with an arm. The City players are all turning saying that was a handball, but at the moment Palace are celebrating the fact that they lead. A floated ball into the box and it goes goal. And then they're going to score again. They lead 2-0. A header into the net from Anderson. Crystal Palace once again giving City problems and they lead 2-0 at the Etihad.
You can't really get any more of a simple goal. It's a straight corner, it's a free header and a post. Again.
Little bit of space now for Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva skipping into the area, keeps on going, unleashes a shot. City are back in the game. Now then, game on, ladies and gentlemen. City, the comeback specialists. So, as the cross comes in towards Alvarez, it's cleared as far as Foden. Good ball in! And Haaland! Erling Haaland! He scores his first City goal at the Etihad Stadium! And I told you that when they get one, they knock the dominoes over. Palace haven't set up for it. Into the box to Alvarez. Back it goes, and Stones, and Haaland! Say that City again. Haaland has it. Haaland still. Haaland! Ladies and gentlemen, Haaland has his first City match ball. It will not be his last.
It's not just the finish, it's the play, it's appreciation. Foden finds a pocket, plays around the corner, Gundogan breaks the lines, and then the movement and the finish. I don't think I've had such a big smile on my face.
Matsuki. Hazard's able to turn! It only takes one moment Ball in. Doku hasn't come inside a lot. And he lets one go, and the deflection takes it in. Well, it was either going to take something special or something lucky, and it's the latter. Doku. And Gonzalez has got a bit of room here. Oh, it's fantastic! The treble dream under threat moments ago, but it is very much.
Savinho gliding gorgeously and playing in Erling Haaland to complete a dazzling City century. The phenomenon, 100 goals in a flash.
That is
muscle and might, power and poise. Two skippers, Kyle Walker and Bukayo Saka, to talk through those. Meantime, here's Martinelli to drive at Walker and set it back for Calafiori! Oh, it's a beauty! What a strike! What a moment for Ricardo Calafiori to introduce himself to England's big league! Saka takes, Gabriel's in there! Absolutely unstoppable! A force of muscular nature! And Arsenal lead on the champions patch! This is 999. Grealish. Kovacic!
Oh, it's gone off between the benches.
John Stones takes the acclaim. City are out of jail.
There's Walker, but it's been rocked by Vinicius Junior, and here's his goal! And Real Madrid have a way through. They pounced upon Manchester City. Vinicius Junior was eager in his attempts to win the... Ran against him. De Bruyne. De Bruyne keeps his balance and the ball and looks for Jesus! And Jesus finds the net for Manchester City! Here goes De Bruyne, and he scored this one, and Manchester City have turned it around from 1-0 down to leading 2-1.
As Kuzanov heads it back. Oh, it's not a good touch, and Chelsea score. It's turned into the back of the net. Kuzanov headed it backwards, and Jackson played it across, and Noni Madueke tucks it into the unguarded net. It's a horrible start for the poor old City. Could time the pass again. Haaland could be in. Matheus Nunes could be in. And this time it is Matheus Nunes. And he's got beyond Cucurella. And he's got beyond Sanchez. And Guardiola equalises. City won. Chelsea won. That high line from Chelsea. It was always going to cause them a problem. And at last, City exploit it. Hits it long again up to Haaland. Chalobah's behind him. Out comes the goalkeeper Sanchez. Haaland can chip him. Haaland can chip him. Haaland has chipped him. Sanchez in no man's land. Haaland bends it into the net. Ederson with the assist. 2-1 City.
You've just had a...
Pops it up towards De Bruyne. De Bruyne flicks it on up towards Haaland. Haaland Plays it into the gap. Foden onside through the middle. Foden scores. Game over. Phil Foden. He's in magnificent form. He's scoring goals after a period in which he hadn't. It's now.
Ipswich long towards Openda, who'll chase on and reach, and there's no flag here. Openda in! And hang on! The team beaten 7-0 here back in March. It was simple, long ball, route one. Yanis Blazvic, the goalkeeper. Openda here, look. Xavi. Openda, he's away again here. Will lightning strike twice in the first half. Openda in on goal. Remarkable. It is the Lewis Openda show in Manchester. 2 near carbon copies. And again here, that on the chase here, Erling Haaland! Guardiola, oh Foden, lovely feet, marvellous, marvellous goal. And they're level. Well, Foden here, the dancing feet to level the game for Guardiola City. Now Ake. Lewis, lovely ball now for Doku again. Doku, and Foden took it well. And here Alvarez! A fight back of champions who have
Layoff was mistimed, but he still managed to find Iwobi. Iwobi clips it into Jimenez. Jimenez on the turn. It's not a bad ball, it's a brilliant ball. And Fulham score through Pereira, and City trail 1-0. Well, I said Fulham looked good coming forward. They've just proved it. Lovely ball into the box, and Andreas. They're trailing 1-0. Ilkay Gundogan will whip this one in. Headed back to Kovacic, 1-1. Kovacic hit it, took a deflection, goes into the net, wrong foot's burnt Leno, City are level, and my goodness, Andy, they needed to get level quickly.
And right there, the importance of set plays. You need a little bit of luck. I think it takes a ricochet and then goes into the...
Fulham back in September 2011. Foden puts in a cross into the area, Bernardo Silva traps it, Kovacic is onto it and scores brilliantly! Mateo Kovacic, 2/3 the way to a hat-trick. That was a sumptuous finish. He took the ball on the edge of the area and he just guided it with a little bit of power into the... Drives across the centre circle, plays it out wide to Doku. Doku now can take on Castagna, comes inside Doku, hits the shot into the net! Jeremy Doku! What a fabulous, fabulous goal from the Belgian. He came in off the line, moved it inside, hit across the ball, it had wobble on it. Reece Nelson up towards Rodrigo Muniz, it's in. Fulham are back in the game. I said they weren't done. Rodrigo Muniz has put...
Look at it, Graham Potter. And scores emphatically. Matt Grimes for Swansea puts a dent in Manchester City.
Yeah, lovely. Well take.
Doing some good football at times here. Swansea. James. Dyer. Selina. 2-0. What a fantastic goal by Swansea. And the former Manchester City man has come back to bite them. Sensational goal. Another block. This time, Fulton it was, and there is a goal. Bernardo Silva, beautifully struck off the outside of the boot. Manchester City are back in it on the... And it does go in off the post in the end. Manchester City have salvaged it. Does look like just a question if they can hold out, and they can't hold out. Aguero, wouldn't you just know it?
That's tight, isn't he? Looks offside.
Well, he is, isn't he?
Yeah, he looks like his right foot looks offside. Company, and he does well. He evades the challenge of Miley, plays it out wide to Walker. Walker on the right edge of the area, now in a crossing position, plays it in low. Oh, that is a cheeky goal. Bernardo Silva with a little back heel drags it into the far corner of the net. Phil Foden has a look of complete disbelief that Bernardo Silva was even capable of doing. The referee waves play on. The ball is in Newcastle possession. Bruno Guimaraes, it's a first time ball to Isak, and Isak's going forward. Walker comes across with him. He's in the penalty area. He hits the shot into the net. It's Newcastle 1, City 1, and you have to say that counter-attack threat was evident before, and it's there again.
What a finish. It doesn't get any better than that. Just that run on the shoulder.
To Isak. Isak did well. Burn now plays it into the gap for Gordon, and Newcastle are stretching City here. They're getting towards the edge of the penalty area. Gordon's in that penalty area, hits the shot into the net, and Newcastle lead 2-1. Can you believe it? 2 goals in about 3 minutes, and City led. They now trail.
When we talk about quality, we talk about knowing
20 minutes to go. They've dominated this second half. They've had chances, but they still can't find this equaliser. Rodri, good ball. De Bruyne now into the final third. De Bruyne now steps in, hits a shy foot into the corner of the net. You know who's back? Kevin De Bruyne. I tell you what, it looked like one of those positions where you thought he was going to go for power. Oh no, sir. He rolls it into the corner of the net. KDB, we've missed you. It's with Kovacic. Kovacic on to De Bruyne. De Bruyne tries to scoop it in towards Bob. Bob is there. Still Bob. Oh, absolutely stunning. Oscar Bob with his first ever Premier League goal. And it's an assist. Of course it's an assist from Kevin De Bruyne. There's only been one team trying to win this game. Their net.
Have a man down here, but they could be in problems. Is Schalke in trouble, and Aguero scoring in space. Big mix-up. City have the lead. The referee needs to get out. Scores 1-1. Hot debating point. Schalke don't care. It's 1-1. It's another brilliant penalty kick. Ederson went the right way, which was the other way, but he couldn't keep it out. And suddenly, this game has been turned dramatically on its. It is Leroy Sané, and what about that? Yes, he can, all right. What a story! Sané back at Schalke, scoring at Schalke for the 10 men. Towards Sterling, and a slip there by Ochipka. It's 3-2, Raheem Sterling! Manchester City here have performed a minor miracle to turn this dramatic game round yet again.
And it's a chance for Schmodix, and it's deflected in, and Ipswich score first. Sammy Schmodix, his first ever Premier League start, and he played it under the opponent he's faced. Well, he'll want to extend that record today by scoring against Ipswich. Haaland now steps up and scores easily, and City were behind for only a matter of moments.
Yeah, normal service resumed at the Etihad.
An entertaining match it's going to be. Oh, and Savinho has been, oh, and it's a goal. Savinho has just tackled Muric on the edge of the box. Muric had it under control. He tried to take on Savinho. Savinho dispossessed him, and De Bruyne taps it in into one. He will get an assist for that one, tucked in by Kevin De Bruyne. And now they're coming forward again, and Haaland's through the middle, and he's got beyond Muric. 2-1, 3-1. 2-1 1 minute, 3-1 the next. Erling Haaland's on another hat-trick, and Ipswich Town are absolutely in a spin. A wonderful, wonderful ball over the top. Ipswich lose it, Haaland's got it, hits the shot, into the net! Erling Haaland hat-trick. Well, it was probably a really awkward position from which to shoot. He must have been about...
Leicester, ricochet, works out well. As Bruno Fernandes finds Garnacho, he's found himself a bit of room, and he's found the corner. That one's going to count. Fabulous goal from the Argentine, who scored the opener when these clubs met here in the Cup final in May. He's done it again. City running out of time. Rico Lewis. Lovely quick footwork from Oscar Bob. And Bernardo steals in to level for the Premier League champions. With barely a minute to play, it's 1-1. He made that.
I would imagine. So here we go. Shootout for the Community Shield. Bruno Fernandes sends Ederson the wrong way, and Manchester United are 1-0 up, 1 out of 1.
Yeah, fairly straightforward penalty from Bruno Fernandes. Just a slightly
established themselves as Manchester City's major penalty taker before Erling Haaland. And here goes the man who equalised, and it's a poor penalty. Well played, Onana, but the truth is, it was made very easy for him, for Manchester United. Gets in despite the best efforts from Ederson, who did well to reach it, hit with power. At a critical stage of the shootout for Manchester City. Onana's saved already from Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne does well, and City are on the board, 2-1.
just egging Ederson along.
He needs to keep Manchester United's advantage here. He has the chance to keep Manchester United's advantage against Ederson, and tricks the goalkeeper. 3 out of 3 for the team in red.
I'm not overly confident he's going to score this one.
Onana waits, but he shows no doubts. So it is 3-2 to make a contribution. A bit of redemption for Sancho, of course, took a penalty here for England. And like then, he has failed from the spot. Ederson got to it. Frame of the goal did the rest. And Manchester City might just be back in business. Onana might not know much about his technique, and he can't keep it out. It's a very good penalty. Another twist to the drama here. Casemiro. He certainly can continue it. And the shootout moves.
Well, I'd imagine he's going to smash this. It's one of the best strikers of ball I've seen.
He's taken the responsibility here, and he doesn't smash it, but he scores it. And the goalkeepers union. Here he goes, and Ederson went the right way, but there's too much power from the Scott McTominay. Scores with a certain amount of aplomb.
I'd take it all back. What I meant to send her back when Maguire went off.
Shootout is level, but now Manchester United lead again, and the pressure goes back on City. Cheeky penalty, really. Maybe he feels like you've felt a couple of times. Diaz has to score for Manchester City, and again, Pep Guardiola should show more faith, you think? Very calmly delivered. Can't recall seeing Johnny Evans take a penalty in his long career. We're 6-all in the shootout. He's missed.
Well, there's what you were talking about. Trying to keep it.
Defeat in regulation time. Bernardo Silva scored. Then when Silva's penalty was saved, they were staring defeat in the shootout. But this to win the Community Shield, and they've done it. It's a measure of revenge for Manchester City for their FA Cup failure against United back in May. The prize perhaps not quite.
Tierney down the left wing, his ball into the box, he's dangerous and the shot goes in, and Saka gives Arsenal the lead. Well, you can't say that they haven't merited. Mahrez, deep breath, runs up, strikes, scores, City back at 1-1. Riyad Mahrez with a wonderful penalty. Ramsdale goes the wrong way, and you have to say that whatever Arsenal argument they put up, and the Arsenal supporters are delighted. De Bruyne now clips it in, but I think it'll go towards, oh, it did reach, and it's poked in! Oh my goodness! Who scored that? It's Rodri! What an extraordinary end to the game! The ball came into the box. It looked like halfway. Reinders tries to dispossess him. Tonali into the gap, and Barnes into the penalty area, and City are exposed here, and Barnes has scored, and whether or not it stands depends on VAR, but at the moment it's Newcastle 1, City 0. Harvey Barnes. City coming again down the left with Doku. On the edge of the area. Tries to get into the box, hits it in low. Oh, and it's gone in off Savinho, and he knew nothing about it. The cross came in low, and it hit the shin of Savinho and went over the line. Well, if you can score a goal accidentally, Savinho's just done it. Beautiful. On it goes to Nico. Nico, nice ball, plays into Nunes, now Savinho into the penalty area, onto Nunes, and oh, it must be for Marmoush! Omar Marmoush! City began the second half exactly the same way they ended the first, attacking Newcastle. They had them the ascendancy, and Marmoush. Newcastle are going to get chances as this game goes on. City can get chances as well though, and here they come again. Edge of the area, Marmoush hits the shot, and City are 3-1 up. If you asked Omar Marmoush who are the favourite team he likes to play against in England, his answer would be instant. I love facing Newcastle. Newcastle's nemesis, Omar Marmoush. This strike sent City off to the Qatar World Cup. A feeling of bitter disappointment. The irony is nobody has beaten City here since, although Brentford have started and they've scored, and it's in the back of the City net already through Yohan Wissa. The ball came into the box, there was just a moment's hesitation, and suddenly it popped in the air, and Yohan Wissa headed Brentford to Kovacic. Kovacic 35 metres from goal, on towards Walker. Walker on the edge, plays it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne on towards Haaland. Haaland scores! Erling Haaland with the right foot. It took a deflection on the way through and fizzed into the back of the net, and just in the blink of an eye, City's first attempt on target goes into the back of the net. It is City 1, Brentford 1, and
down to City not doing the right things, as well as Brentford being very, very good.
Well, City are going long, and Haaland's through on goal. Haaland 2-1. Ederson with the assist, and Haaland did the rest. He muscled Pinnock out of the way and dinked it over the top of the advancing Flecken. It is the epitome of Route 1 football, and City lead by...
So Jutlia, oh, he's done really well against Mateus Nunes there. And he's crossed it brilliantly. What a goal that is! Onyedika!
Kovacic. Brilliant run from Kovacic! Oh, a superb equaliser for Manchester City! He ran and ran, and no one tackled him, and he played. Kovacic, Guardiola, Manchester City desperate for a second goal. Savinho, Guardiola, oh, it's an own goal! Of Nunez, and Manchester City have turned it around to lead. What? Stones, fabulous ball, Savinho! Huge goal for Manchester City! It will surely keep them in the UEFA Champions League!
Vidal hits a ball down the right side, and an opportunity to attack down that side with Key. Key gets into the penalty area, and the chance is on for the bending shot, and it's gone in. It's turned in by Gonzalo Franco, and Swansea have scored.
Brilliant finish. Brilliant finish. I mean, I think
Nori, ball over the top to Doku. Doku should get there before it gets to the byline. Doku now on that byline, comes back inside Doku, and then hits a low shot which deflects in. It's an own goal. Well, actually it might end up being Doku's because he hit it on target, but either way, after being booed for the first 39 minutes of the game, Doku enjoys the fact. Penalty area, tries to work something with Marmoush. Now Oscar Bob on the edge of the area, and now Nico. It's getting frustrating. Marmoush now, can he get away through? Oh, you bet he can. It seemed an impossible angle, but he smashed it into the roof of the net. He was almost at the byline as he did it, and at last, right, Guardiola plays it down the middle, and there's a real chance, and Cherki puts it into the back of the net. And a game that Cherki has probably been the eye-catching performer. It is Cherki who puts the gloss on the... The cross comes in from Lucadinho. It's turned in by Matty Cash, and Aston Villa hit the front. It is the worst thing that City would have wished
upon winning it.
As Watkins glances the ball on towards Coutinho, shooting chance, and Villa lead 2-0. Philippe Coutinho has slotted it into the corner of the City net. It's out wide to Sterling in the right wing position. Sterling towards the edge of the penalty area, tries to get beyond Lucadine. The cross is a beauty, and City are back in the game. Ilkay Gundogan, wow, when you need a goal, Ilkay Gundogan seems to provide it. He's picked Zinchenko, wide on the left hand side. Zinchenko cuts in field, comes again, plays it towards Rodri. Rodri! Joao Cancelo, midway inside the Villa half, plays it in the gap to Jesus. It reaches De Bruyne into the penalty area, and